Are you a college or university student, faculty member, professional who goes through a lot of school supplies? Hi, it's Jackie and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about one of my most favorite approaches to school supplies, one that's minimalist and sustainable, and that is how to use refillable cartridges in fountain pens. Not sponsoring today's video, but just because I want to help out some small businesses, today I am going to be showing you my new fountain pen for the 2020-2021 academic year, which I got today at Laywines. I apologize if I didn't get the pronunciation right, here in Toronto. They are a small boutique selling fountain pens, planners, paper, and I just had such a great customer experience there today. They could only have 2 people in their store at a time, but they were taking all kinds of care to get to know me, and it was just such a really great experience that I wanted to pay it forward and feature them, but also show you what I got in this video. The whole idea of using a fountain pen is that you buy the pen and a refillable cartridge that you use to put whatever ink you want in it. When you need more ink, you just refill the cartridge. And that saves throwing out plastic pens when you're done with them, although you can recycle those at places like Staples if you choose to use those. A nice thing about fountain pens is that if for whatever reason it stops working or something's broken, you can typically send it to the company and they will fix it and send it back to you. I've never had that issue, but it does mean less waste even if there is some carbon footprint involved. So with that being said, let's open my new fountain pen. I'll show you how it works, how it writes, the type of ink I use, and how that ink does with highlighters. So here I am taking it out of the bag. Get ready, folks. And here's the color. I'm not sure if the camera is going to do justice to it. This is the Lamy All-Star in Turmaline, which is the 2020 sort of special edition color of the year. I'm going to move it closer to the natural light so you might be able to better appreciate the color. So it comes with a non-refillable blue ink. If you choose to use it, you can buy these. But what I prefer to use is my own ink and this reusable ink cylinder. To install the reusable ink chamber, all you have to do is start by removing this cardboard circle. Then you just snap the cartridge in. The next step involves dipping the nib into the ink and twisting the top of the ink cartridge so that this piston comes down all the way. When you turn the piston up, it will bring ink from the container into the cartridge. So it's bringing in ink from over here. A tip is to repeat this process a few times so that you can get out any initial air bubbles in the ink. Here's an example of the ink I use. It's by Diatramentis for the store where I was at, Laywines. It's just called Document Ink and it's black. I'm pretty sure it's the same as this bottle of ink I got in the States, Diatramentis again, Archive ink. The purpose of Archive/Document ink is that it will not bleed in the event that some water spills or gets sprayed on it. It was actually used for important records and registers back in the day before there were computers. It's great for when you want to use highlighters, which are water-based, over words that you've written with a fountain pen. So this isn't easy to do on camera, but you just dip the nib in. I put the piston down. And it's drawing up the ink, as you can see. So I just wiped off the excess ink with this paper towel and we are ready to go. So the bottom part of the pen is back on and now we're ready to do the ink test. So I'm testing this pen in my leuchtturm dotted notebook, which many of you might use. Here's the first sentence I wrote. Let's see what it's like to print that. It's really weird holding a camera while you're writing, but let's give this a try. really loving how this is writing. It's very smooth. I need to wipe this nib off again. I just refilled it, remember. But one of the things I should mention is that this is a medium width nib. The nibs are interchangeable. They slide in, slide off, and so if you wish to use a finer or thicker nib, you can purchase those as well and use them very easily. Even when there's ink in the pen, you can just switch them. So here's the highlighter test after only like under 30 seconds of letting the ink dry, which you shouldn't do. So these are water-based pens. Here's the Tombow, and here is the Mildliner highlighter. The Mildliner line is notorious for streaking, even though it's beautiful colors, and I really love the set. I find that Mildliners work best with the type of ink that I'm using, archival ink, which you can also find in Sakura Pigma Micron pens. So I had to redo it because there were some remnants of the black ink on the highlighters. So pay attention to what's in this sort of coral box. So this is after just over 30 seconds how the highlighters fared on. The top two are the archive ink in the fountain pen, and you can see how that compares to how the highlighters. So the Mildliner is this one, and the Tombow is this one and this one. And you can see how the ink in the fountain pen fared very similarly in terms of lack of streaking with the Sakura Micron. So you can see here that the fountain pen archive ink fared very similarly to the Sakura Micron pen. I'm not sure if the lighting just got better, but you can see just how beautiful this pen is. It has an aluminum body or aluminium depending on where you live. This window allows you to see how much ink is left in your tank, and it has this beautiful clip as well. Anyways, it's a fun tradition for me to get a new fountain pen at the beginning of the academic year. I'm absolutely loving this one so far. Do you use fountain pens? What type of ink do you use? What brand do you use? Let me know in the comments below. Or if you have any questions about this fountain pen or others, let me know. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up so that others will know that it's a helpful video that they might also enjoy. As a channel, we just hit 350 subscribers. It's so cool to think that there's that many people in this community. If you enjoy productivity, academic tips, personal development, tech, you'll probably feel right at home here. So if you're not subscribed yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe and notifications bells buttons. You'll be the first to know about this channel's newest videos, and it also really helps me with getting the videos out there so that others might come across our community. Look forward to more back to school themed videos this month, but in the meantime, I wish you a beautiful and productive week. Bye friends.